My name is Sue and I'm from Embroidery. So exciting. So we got all of our lives sorted out properly. We're using the good software and we have pop-ups. So hello, can everyone hear me okay? Can everyone see the screen okay? Can we please have a live that works? We've had some technical issues lately. The good news is McDreamy is fixed. Dawn fixed them. And so I stitched out a couple things. I'll post the pictures tomorrow. I'm still a little bit sick, so this might be a little shorter than normal, or I might click on the wrong thing, or forget what I'm doing. That's the way it is. So, Sarah, Karina, Brenda Miller's in the house, everyone. That's awesome. I saw a couple of new people too, which is great. Welcome to everyone. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about scallops and how to make good scallops, like really good ones. I love it. There's quite a few different ways of doing it, but look at, isn't this cute? I can see a picture in there. And we're going to go through the steps. And it's, it's really cool. And you just have to do the steps once. And then you can save this and use this as a shape for anything. So I think it's pretty cool. I see everyone's calling out where you're from. Dallas, Texas. Cool. I hope I get... Christina says, I hope you get better quick. I'm working on it. I don't know what I have, but it has kicked my butt. And normally colds or me being ill other than a heart attack never kicks my butt. So it's been a bit much. I've basically slept for a week. So, but I'm good enough to do this. So, are we ready to get started? Everyone say yes. Oh, we have someone from BC in Canada. Woohoo! You're on the other side of Canada from me, but always nice to see another Canadian. All right. Woo! Look at all that go. Everyone's ready to go. Okay, so let me start off by saying the software that I'm using is from Dime. It's Designs in Machine Embroidery, and it's called Perfect Embroidery Professional, or a lot of people say PEP. Now, this is the software that I did research on. If you want to try it, you can download a demo. You don't have to. I happen to like this software, and I had to pick one to do all these in, and this is what I've picked. So before everyone gets all freaked out about the price on the website, that is not the price you pay. That is not the price you pay. You can get much better deal of it. So what we're doing in this, we're going to work with circles, squares, hearts. We're going to weld, outline, and most software will have that, those abilities. And if you don't, I'm going to give you guys some options. So Carol says, hello from Virginia. I got my PEP this week. Yay! I have all the goodies too. One of my favorites is my lace maker. Everyone kind of knows that. So, okay, let's get started, and we're going to talk about scallops first. So I'm going to open a new file, Control N, and you guys can see everything. We have the great software now. So we're going to play with shapes, and in the Perfect Embroidery Pro, we have, it's called artwork. So it's just no stitches, just artwork. And it's really cool to learn how to play with that. I quite enjoy it. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start with a circle. You guys should have a circle there. If you don't, you can just do, by points. So one circle. Now, if you don't have a repeat button or a multiply button, then you can just lay all your circles out, just kind of, copy and paste till you get it as large as you want. So I'm going to use up here, it's the repeat button, repeat the selected paths. And this is what you get. And you can arrange it any way that you want. I want to make it one across, so this way is across. And everyone can see the pop-up this time, right? Yes. And number down, I'm going to do, let's just keep it short and sweet, 5. I'm going to click apply, and this is 2 inches, so we're a little bit, I'll make it bigger after. So now the problem is if we want to weld or merge, depending on what your software says, we need to have a little overlap. So let's do that before we forget. Now, if you didn't know, you can always do a minus. So let me show you this. If we put, 0.2, apply, that's what's going to happen. That is the space in between. So, that's not going to work because that's the other way. So we can do it like this, minus 0.3 and apply. See, that didn't work either because I'm playing around too much. So let me cancel, start again. That's always the best way. Otherwise, I'll sit and fiddle with the numbers. So it's better to do it this way first. So let's do that. Let's do that again. I don't really like saying that, but I like saying that. So 1, and I did 5 just because it's a nice number. And then we're going to go down here. Let's do apply so we can see what we're doing. Okay, this is where we were, right? So vertical distance, I'm going to do minus 0.2, I think, and then click apply. Well, that's too much, right? That's way too much. So my tiredness is showing off because now I know I did the wrong, although this looks kind of cool, I did the wrong number. It's too much of an overlap. You see how circle 1 and circle 2 are doing it? That's because I forgot it's supposed to be minus 0.02. And this should work fine. There we go. That's what we're after. So that works. Yeah, someone's putting that up, 0.02. Yeah, I'm just tired. Dawn's down here. What's up?
Okay, I'm going to commandeer your mouse just for 1 second.
Why?
We can't see your cursor.
At all?
No. At least I can't unless I'm blind.
Can you guys see the cursor? My mouse cursor? I don't think you can control it from there, Dawn.
Okay. Then I'm not sure.
No, they can't. Dude, you're supposed to set this up. I can't handle anything.
It was too small. I couldn't tell earlier. I thought it was working.
There's no reason why it wouldn't. It's always got to be something when you're live, right? Is everyone's screen blurry or is it just yours?
No, you just have to refresh. That's the internet.
Yeah, that's your internet. But not now, but I saw it earlier. Well, that's strange. We need to stitch out the horseshoe again, for luck.
I had mine. You told me to throw it out.
What?
My stitch out that I did the other day when I fixed McDreamy.
Oh, I know. All right. Well, you can see when I depress the button. So you see how the apply worked, and I'll call it out when I'm doing. So,
Fair enough.
Click apply, and okay. So there we have our circles. That sucks that you can't see it. Sorry. So we have our circles now. There's more than one way of doing this, and depending on your software and also depending on what you like, there's a few things we can do. The first thing we need to do is merge or weld them. So depending on what your software has, I'm going to click on the first circle and control click on the second one, and then I'm going to right hand click, and then I'm going to go to weld. So it's shaping and then weld. And then I'm going to control click, and you see what happened? They welded together. I love it. Weld. And then control click. You don't have to reselect everything, but you do have to weld them individually. It kind of works a little bit better. So we're going to weld, and then control click, and we're going to shaping, weld. So that was not hard. Now we have them all merged, and this is just one piece. Like it's just one piece. And there's no stitches. Look over at the bottom right. I'm kind of moving the mouse, but you guys can't see it. Jeez. All right, so it's all one piece. There's no stitches. So it's not anything yet. So if you have, like I said, more than one way of doing it, if you have the knife tool, which is over here on the left, I'm kind of flashing it because you guys can't see right over there. I'm going to select the knife tool and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag and let go. And there is our dividing line. And if you kind of look, it's like, what's this? That wasn't a very good divide, Sue, because you can't, work with it. You have to break it apart. And now look, we have two. Isn't that cool? And now you can fill it in with stitches. In this software, you just convert. Everything's easy and a lot of things are on the right click. So you just simply fill it with stitches. Let's look in the 3D. And yay, we're kind of small here. But yay, that's awesome. And then you have your scalloped edge. But I'm going to go back and I'm just going to show you another couple ways. Not every software has the knife tool. So we're going to do it without. Excuse me, I might cough a little bit. Break apart is up here. You can't see my mouse. It's the second row. And let me select it and I can kind of flash it. Oh, I can't now because I didn't do it. It's called break apart. Break apart selected path. Hatch has a different way of doing it, but just look for those tools. But there's other ways of doing it. You have to make the cursor visible in the option menu of the video software before you go live. I don't think there is an option for that, but yeah. Blame it on Don. Blame it on Don. He's upstairs with the dogs. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste. You could also do duplicate. Ooh, cognac for the sick. That's awesome. Thank you, Karina. And I'm just going to move it over just a guesstimate. We're going to line everything up. If you want to use a grid, that would make it easier. If you want to pull out guidelines, you can do that as well. I don't put the grid on when I'm doing a live and showing you guys my desktop because it's hard for you guys to see. So I don't do it. So we're going to do a different way. So Control V, I paste it again. And then I'm going to turn it. Now, there's a lot of different angle ways you can turn stuff. And you can, line it up with everything. I'm not too fussed about the lining up, and I'll show you guys why. Because we need to use the tools that are given to us in the software. So one thing I'm going to do is select this one, select the second one. I know it looks like the whole bounding box is covered. And sorry for coughing. I'm going to go up here. Can you see where I am? Got to do sound effects. And I am going to use my align tool. So top align. Remember, I have the left and the right selected. Top align. Now I know they're even, so you don't have to mess about. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to right click. And you can do duplicate or copy and paste. I'll just do copy and then paste. Control C, Control V. I think that's, pretty standard stuff. My keyboard is noisy, so I don't do it. So that looks pretty good. However, it doesn't look even, does it? It's a little bit off. So instead of messing around, I'm going to click on one. I'm going to Control click on the other. And then I'm going to do top align. That looks better. Thank you. And just to double check, I'll select this one, select that one, and top align. See, it was perfect. Isn't that cool? You need to make a hot toddy. Maybe you can do it even though you have gone live. Don can try again if he wants, but all right, so let's level out the bottom. So now we're going to use this one up here. Do you see it flashing? We're going to use this one. So it's bottom align. And it just moved it a little bit, and we're good with that. Make sure that you have overlaps. Definitely overlaps, because you can't merge it without overlaps. So far, gee, that looks cool, Sue. You're awesome, right? It doesn't look like much yet, but I'm telling you, you guys will love this. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and we want to make this into one piece. So what do you think we have to do? We have to click, control click, and we are going to right click and shaping again, and we're going to weld. So there we go. However, I'm going to go back one, and I'm going to show you guys something else. You can, if you don't want to do all the welding, it's simple to do an outline. So I really like that. Utility, create outline, and I'm just going to leave it on standard settings. That actually looks really good, but boom, there's your scalloped one. You can do outlines. So always remember to use the tools that you have, right? So that was easy, wasn't it? So 1, I used the knife. 2, I did an outline. 3, I'm going to do something else. So let's go ahead and do this, right click, shaping, weld. See, we're doing a lot of welding. So find the welding tool in your software, and it'll be easy. Or the outline tool, whatever you prefer. And you can see over at the bottom here, flashing, that you guys can make sure that you're selecting the correct ones. So shaping, weld, looking good. For some reason, there's an anomaly here, just like a fluke. I'm not sure why it does that, but every time I was playing around with it, it did. Easy fix. You could just change the nodes on it when you're done. So I'm not going to worry about that. It's just like a boo-boo. So look, now we are all welded in place, aside from the boo-boo. So you could go up in here and you can fix that if you want. I'm not going to bother. I don't really care about it. So, okay, we have really cool looking bunch of circles, right? Ooh, Teresa Carroll, thank you very much. Thank you for the classes. You are welcome. We appreciate any donations. It's awesome. So let's go back up to the shapes, because this is all about shapes. And I'm going to pick a rectangle, and I'm just gonna skip and do it wrong. Thank you, mouse. Thank you, mousy mouse. So I'm just going to use this one, and I'm just going to set it up and make it fit. So if you're lucky enough to be able to draw it out like I was supposed to, that's fine. Now here's where the magic and the fun begins. I'm going to click these. So I've selected both of them, and the square, did I? Yes, I did. So I've selected both of them, and I'm going to up here, see the flashing right up at the top, almost directly above, it's center align, and to make sure everything's easy. So, okay, that doesn't look any better, but wait, here's the fun part. You guys are going to put scallops on everything once you see this. There's different things you can do, but I have them both selected. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to do shaping again. So find your shaping tools, and I'm going to weld the two of them together. And we have the outline the same, but a little bit different. You guys notice it's a little bit different? Doing it this way gives you more, like, deeper scallops than the outline. However, you can combine the two and make a really cool design. Just center it. Okay, so let's go back. I probably shouldn't have moved them. So with the same thing and both selected, okay, this is cool. Ready for this? We are going to do trim. It's trim, weld, and intersect, and I'm going to trim. And wow, do you guys like that? I think it's cool. So I'm gonna put it in stitches so you can see complex fill. Wow, isn't that cute? Um, yes, it's sorry, it's Dawn's fault. Blame Dawn. Does hatch intersect? I think it merges. I'm not sure. You could do remove overlaps. I think that's the Wilcom way. But isn't that cool? So what you can do when you get to this point that you really like it, you can save it. So then if you ever need a shape with a perfect scallop on it, that's what you need to do. But wait, we have one more. I'm going to go back to where we were, and both are selected, yes. And then we are going to shaping and intersect. And then, look at this, we have scallops on the inside. I love this one. It almost seems like a card. Gail tips. Thank you, Gail. That's awesome. Much appreciated. So, isn't that cool? You could play around with it forever. You can do it, with the knife tool. You can merge, intersect, play around. I don't know which one I like better. Which one do you guys like better? I think it's a really cool way of doing it. Now, you can do this on any shape. And again, save it where you can access it, make your own folder that says shapes, and you can pull them out. So the software I'm using is Perfect Embroidery Professional from Dime, and I did a video on the software pointing out the things that I really like on it. And I'm going to say every time, because it was kind of bad in the group, the price you see, they don't sell it. You have to go to a Dime event and you get a really good discount on a whole bunch of things together. So ignore the price. That is not what you pay ever. Okay, so I'm liking this. I think this is a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to get out of that, and all from a bunch of circles. I'm going to see which one I like the best, and we're going to leave it. So that's a lot of stuff that we did just with a bunch of circles. Think how many tools that we used. I kind of like it. I think that's a great use of your embroidery tools, which is another thing, I'm usually pretty happy with. This is probably my favorite, I think. I like it. We could put it inside this one just for safekeeping. And look, if you wanted to fix that little anomaly right here, it makes it easy because you just shadow this one. But like I said, I'm not worried. So really cute. You could change this part to satin stitches. That's actually another thing you can do. You don't have to fill it in. You can change it to, let's see, convert to steel stitch. And now you have a beautiful frame. I'm thinking, because I'm always thinking this, mug rug shape. Isn't that actually? Let's do that in one of our Saturday sew-alongs. Let's use that shape on a mug rug, and I think that would be a lot of fun. Even not having software, watching these help me understand how the designs work and how they must stitch out. Thank you, Misha. That's awesome. That is exactly, precisely what I want to show you guys. There's a lot of, no offense to anyone, there's a lot of crappy designs out there, and you need to know the difference between the two. You can have problems. Look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, just a few clicks, but literally I would save the shape so you have it. Yes, you can do this in any software. If you don't have the knife tool, you have the outline tool. If you don't have, some of them there, most of the software should have all of these things. These are just basic things. So let me point out too, It'll take a minute. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm going to show you guys. You can do this with other shapes. Now, I'm going to pull out a triangle because it is in one of my shape things. And I am, let's just see what it does. Let's go to the repeat. So you don't have to have it the same way. With circles, you can do more. So I think I'll do like 4 and apply. Let me see. Now I have to bring down the space. Am I going to do it right this time? I am. Minus 0.02. See how that looks for triangles? Just a slight merge. I think I'm going to do that a little bit more so they're overlapping. I said merge, but overlapping just a little bit more. There we go. So you can see there's an overlap. You could also turn them around or something like that. This, if you think halfway what it'll look like, but you know, play with it. Play with it. I did a couple actually that I really enjoyed creating. It looked awesome when I was done. So let's just make one row of these and then we can copy them. So click, shift click, and we are going to weld together. Yep, there's enough. So any shape, anything goes with these shapes, not just circles. You'll be surprised what you can come up with. Hearts, you can make a heart edge, just like the scallop edge there, but a little bit different. So weld. So look, isn't that cool? So you could put that, you know, outside a square, whatever you want. We can, how about we do the knife tool and see what the sides look like. That would be the thing for me. Let's grab our knife over here, flashing. How about I click on it? There you go. And we're going to start here, drag it all the way down, and then let go. It's almost like a half a Christmas tree, kind of. So we got that split. Wait a minute, it doesn't go anywhere. Break apart up here. Do you see it flashing? Yep. Break apart. And now you can see we have 2. So how cool is that? I think that would look kind of neat on the edge of just about anything. But try it with the hearts. Try turning the triangle so it looks more like a prairie point in quilting. I can't think of what it's called. So even in my creative center on a luminaire, I don't have a luminaire. Hint, hint, Don. So I don't know, but let's see. Is there any other questions? Let me catch up. Let's catch up. Can this be done in essentials? I can never remember the levels in Embrilliance. I do love Embrilliance. It runs natively perfectly on a Mac, but I think to do any real digitizing, you have to have the Stitch Artist 1 or 2 of the levels to be able to do it. So a stamp, yes, you can use it as a stamp. You can save it for different uses. And of course, because we're creating it natively, it resizes delightfully. Make it smaller, bigger, you know, what have you. But any software, you should be able to do it. And if you play around enough, you can do it. Prairie Point. Thank you, Phil. Prairie Point. That's what I was close, wasn't I? A little, yeah. Did y'all say there's a free trial of this software? Yeah, Cindy, there is. You can go to inspiredbydime.com and you can download a trial. Now, with most trials, you can't save or stitch anything out, but you can get a feel for the software. You can play around with it. That's what I did with this software before I actually got it, is I played around with it and I love it. My favorite part is all the goodies. So let me explain something to you too. Cindy would appreciate this. Once you pay for the software, so it's Perfect Embroidery Professional software by Dime, any updates are free. You never have to pay for an update again. Now, these are all extra modules that you can get. So my lace maker works perfectly in here, and that's what I would do. I'd add some lace. You don't even have to leave the main software. So you can, and these extras too run alone, so which is really cool. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys. There was a lot of questions about it. So let's move on. We are going to go back to here, and this is what we're working on next. Oh, see, I did double lines here of satin stitches on this blue one. Let's see, this one, I'm kind of moving it. You see the flashes? There we go. I did a satin 2 colors on this, and I think it looks amazing. And the points are really nice. So this is what we're doing next, and it's all about merging again. So let's go to design 3. Actually, let's go to a whole new design so we can do this right. So Control N for new. Any chance that you would be able to speak with Dime to offer this type of package deal that's offered on the event? There's no events closer than 4 hours away. You know what? I'll talk to Eileen Roche and see. This is how they have it done. But let's see. One of our admins went to one, and the dealer allowed the package price for anyone who called in. So Cindy King, it might be fun to try the different things that you're doing. I have a super software. Yeah, you have E4, right, Cindy King? You can do all of this in E4 just perfectly. It's kind of fun. Check with dealers. Actually, yes, thanks, Don. The dealer pricing. So Dime doesn't sell the software online. The dealers sell it. And you can probably get a deal on it from a dealer. That's fine. I got to the page. I can't seem to find the download page. It is, I think it says trial or something, a whole list, but I don't know. I called the store that was having the event, and they gave me the deal at show price. Yay, Carol, good for you. I think that's awesome, and it was a heck of a deal, and you got extra stuff, and it's really good. So, okay, now let's make a clover. So clovers are made of hearts. I mean, you can do it different ways, but it's the same concept. And I think it's really, really cool to move stuff around and play around with it. So we're going to copy, and we're going to paste, and then we're going to Control V paste again. So there are 3 down. Remember, we don't have stitches in it yet, right? So let's separate this guy, separate that guy. All right, doesn't look like much. But if you rotate it, again, this is where your grid would come in pretty well. So I'm going to change the angle on that. So if you remember me showing you guys the different clovers, what you're looking for is how you want it to look between the two. And I do have it overlap. Let's zoom in. That is a good enough overlap. So let's do that with this one. How easy is it to make your own designs, guys? I'm pretty happy with it. Now I want to make sure that these they don't look even at all. Let me see what happens when I do my align tools. So yeah, that moved it down. So that's not quite it. So let's change the angle a little bit so it matches. See, it's nothing hard. You just have to play around with it. And of course, it doesn't have to be perfect because clovers aren't perfect. So just as a reminder, up here, up at the top, all your alignment tools, use them. They save you a ton of time. Just try to get into the habit of using it. See up here? See it flashing up here? All right, because it saves you a ton of time, and I think it's fantastic. So now I got it set up pretty much how I want. I am going to use the shaping tools, and I'm going to weld them together. And I don't know why that happens. It didn't before. Let's go back. How weird is that? Can we select them all? How about combine? No, it doesn't work. All right. So Maybe it does that because there's not much overlap, not enough overlapping. So let's fix this and fix this. I think it looks really cute. What do you guys think so far? And I'm just fiddling about. This is where you get to know your software a whole lot because you play around with it a little bit. The Norseman, thank you, even though you can't see my mouse. Okay, so I'm going to select, I'm going to control select, and then I'm going to right click, or you can look for your shaping and then weld. See? That's pretty cool. You could also take these two pieces right here, this one, you can't see, the pieces that are selected, copy and paste and put it together and make a 4-leaf clover. So this and this, so I just did click and control click, and I'm going to right click and I am going to weld them together. See, it does that. That's kind of weird, but we're going to go ahead and fix it in a minute. So it doesn't look like anything yet. I kind of like these a little bit deeper. Let's go back to the other one. See, I didn't like that one so much. I should have put the hearts up a little bit. And I kind of like that one. So you can see now, the green one, you can see what we have to do next. You know what we have to do next aside from fixing it? I'm going to go back. This is what you guys do. Let's go back. And I think I know what one of the problems are. So let me delete this. See, it's all about playing. You guys can literally have fun with your designs. We haven't done anything. I didn't even have to go back that far, but let's try this. We're going to make it longer. So we are going to Control C for copy and Control V for paste and Control V again, so we have the right amounts. This, I think, will look better. I think it's gonna look good. Aha! It is gonna look better. So let's do it that way and pull off the other one. See, it doesn't, if you don't like it, it doesn't take much to change it a little bit to make it better. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly even, but let's see if I get that anomaly again. I'll have to find out what it is. It's easy to fix. If it does it again, we'll fix it, okay? Okay, so we're going to weld. See, that does look better. Oh, I love it. Right click, shaping, weld. Pretty happy with that. Now, I know this part looks a little bit wonky, but we're going to fix it because all it is a rectangle. So pull out a rectangle. You can, you know, adjust a few things if you want. I think this just, it's simple. Remember, there's no stitches, so you don't have to worry about anything. And I like that. So let's select and move this down. And we're going to control, and I have them both selected. And then we are going to shape them by welding. And now, what do you guys think? What do you guys, what do you guys think? Can you edit nodes on it? Oh, of course, yes. You can edit nodes. Remember, it's not stitches, but look, you can. So you can make the adjustments that you want. You can fine tune it. Remember that you can save this in native form, so you don't have to do all this again. Just do it once, get it exactly how you like it. Now I'm just, you know, pulling out a few things just to play around with it. Maybe bring this part in, get the basics done by welding. But yeah, you can do anything like that, and you just get it the way that you want. To do it. Like I might go in and fix that. I might, you know, even these ones up a little bit. So get it perfect, and then just save it in the folder that you guys are going to make called shapes, and you could have your own shapes. So let's convert it to oh, see, here's a nice one down in my no, I'm still there. See where it is, the blue applique. You could easily turn this into an applique. I am going to use the complex fill. Let's have a look at it. And it's not bad. It's not bad. These two look good. This one I might make a bit fuller around. So, isn't this awesome? So, circles, hearts, squares, shapes. I thought the other day that the prairie points, I think that's really cool, but you could also do different ones. Let's see, hexagon, that might be cute for an edge. A heart, flower. What's the flower? I don't think I've even looked. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's simply awesome. So basically, that's a bunch of circles. You guys are going to be analyzing absolutely everything you do from now on. So these are just a bunch of circles and then merged together. You can see that. So super easy to duplicate. So you'll be looking at different shapes. How did they make that? A shape is from a shape, merge it together, and that's what you get. So you can make your own library, which I think is fantastic to do. Put everything together so everything's at the ready and everything is originally yours. I think it's really cool. I love these shapes. I have saved each and every one of them, and I think it's awesome. So, all right, how are we for time? Yeah, it's going to be a little bit shorter today because I'm still kind of sick and I need to go to bed for a nap. 161 viewers, woot woot. That's awesome. So, what do you guys think of this? Tell me first, what are some ideas off the top of your head for shapes? Let's go to here. I like the flower one. You can have fun with that. You can even, with the flower one, just while I'm waiting for everyone to answer, you can do a circle inside it. And then you can, let's do this. Now the flower's a little more cute, I think. Shaping, weld. Oh, no, wrong one. Haha. Haha. Diamonds. Diamonds. Like the video, my peeps. Yeah. Inspired by Dime. Oh, thanks, Don, for putting that up. So you can come up with ideas and different things to do. I have so much fun with shapes and welding shapes. Look at all the things that we did just from one thing. So do this once, save it, put different pieces together. You don't have to put a rectangle inside it. You could put anything else that you want. I love this. It looks like a theater or a card. The pink one here, I'll select it. It's awesome. Click on the one you want and the download will begin automatically. Yes. I would love to learn a bean stitch better. All right, a bean stitch. Bean stitch. There's not a whole lot to learn about it. Bean stitches are also triple stitches, and it's how it stitches it out. However, you can change it to 5 or 9. It has to be not, oh, I can't think of the word. Uneven number. Wow, yeah, just about at the end. And if you're doing a key fob, you take off the variable length and they'll all be even, and it's beautiful. Sandra Fitzhugh, my husband says to buy PEP. I already have Embroidered though. We'll try these designs in Embroidered. And Embroidered isn't a bad program at all. It actually does a lot, like a lot. The only problem that we used Embroidered for years. The only problem is there's a huge learning curve. Huge learning curves. And it's hard to remember where to find. There's so much stuff. It's hard to remember where to find it. So I like this software. I just have to me it's a play software. Are the fonts nicer on this program than Hatch? Well, Hatch has some pretty cool lettering. The thing that stands out for me with Perfect Embroidery Professional are the micro fonts. We were having a hard time doing something with Wilcom E4 actually, because they don't have micro fonts, and I did it quickly in this, and Don tweaked it, and it came out just fine. So Micro fonts to me, they work. They're excellent. They have a whole ton of different fonts. So normally, built-in fonts are built-in fonts, and they are designed for embroidery, and I think they work the best. So, I mean, it just depends on what you like. I'm not selling this software. I don't make any money off of it or anything like that. I just happen to like it. This is what I do. I do all the testing and tell you guys my conclusions. I would not recommend anything unless I thought it was good. And I really like this software. One of the things I really like about it, the lettering, of course, there's so many fonts. The add-ons that are just groovy, some of them, like the My Lace Maker, top, 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 top. It's so much fun. But it's kind of easy to help you get started. Part of, keeping interested in embroidery is making your own designs and stitching them out. And if you're a beginner, I mean, you can do hearts, merge it together, stitch it out, and that's awesome. I did find the software dealers online, and they offer discounted pricing and financing too. Well, that's awesome. To me, it's worth every penny. I love all of the extra stuff that you can do. It's just fun. But if you don't have the software and you can't get the software, put it on your wish list for however long it's going to take and work with your software. You can do anything that I do with your software. I should be more precise on that. With your digitizing software, it has to be for digitizing. So make sure you have the right level of it. Like, for example, Embird. You can get Embird, but you have to buy the studio to be able to digitize. So make sure you have the digitizing. Find your tools. Actually, I wanted to say I was really proud of people in the group last week that struggled a little bit or a lot with redoing this in their software. And they all did it, and they figured it out. Think how much you've learned. If someone just tells you this, this, and this, but you'll always remember where the weld key is and the whole bit. So, getting to know your software like this is just increasing your knowledge and, lessening your frustration. You can do it. I should have said that a little more enthusiastic. You can do it. You can do it. Get to know your software. Find the tools that I use. So you want a weld, you want the alignment tools, you want shapes and filling it in or however you want. And I think that is the way to do it. So you may struggle a little bit, but keep at it. You will always remember where those tools are because, you worked at it so hard. So are there any questions? Let me get caught up. Always digitize at the size you want it to be. That sounds familiar, Dawn. Who says that all the time? Digitize at the size that you want your final design to be. What's another thing I say all the time? I have a lot of sayings. Stitched files are for stitching. Working files are for editing. That's another thing I say. So, okay. Are there any questions? Your videos help me learn Embird. Sandra fits you. You're welcome. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys are learning. So you can do this. You can do this. And we're going to keep doing stuff. And, maybe one class I'll just digitize something and tell you guys what I'm doing so you can pick up on techniques. Is multi-hooping easy? They do have multi-hooping here. It says split designs to fit into multiple hoops. I haven't done that yet because I have big enough hoops to do anything, but I will check it out for you, Jen Walters, and let you know if it's easy or not. A lot of people have hard time with multi-hooping because it gets complicated, so I'll check that out for you. Great tutorial that can be applied to any digitizing software. You are right, Phyllis. That is exactly what it is. Christina says, watching these video helps keep me pushing forward. Yes, that is the point. Try it, do it, know your stuff. It's fun. It's really fun. And like I keep saying, if you don't have this software, doesn't matter. Do it in your software. If you want to check out the software, go ahead. We've filled you in on everything. It's awesome. Misha, understanding how designs are made make understanding the stitch out better and why things stitch the way they do. Yeah, and you can also if I purchase designs, which I do on occasion, and Need a Good Design is probably one of my favorite, but I bring it into software and watch it stitch on the screen because you can tell a lot by doing that. Not that I don't trust anybody other than me digitizing. I'm not like that, but I like McDreamy to be able to stitch right, so it's awesome. So let's see. I'm going to rewatch. Grr. Sorry, Lori. Sandy. Hi, all. We'll be listening while driving home. Well, awesome. Thank you for listening in. I hope you guys had fun with this. I hope to see a ton of clovers and scalloped edges. Anything. You don't just have to do a square. Try a heart. That'll be the homework. Try a heart. Try doing the circles around the heart and then merging them together. I think would be excellent. Yes, knife tools is available in your software. Most people should have the knife tool, but if you don't, I've given you guys some workarounds. And thanks for watching, you guys. This is awesome. We're going to keep doing stuff like this, and we're going to keep having fun. And I love the software. I love the shapes. I love creating my own things. So, Sarah J., now you need to have a hot toddy and get sleep. Yeah, I'm going to go have a nap, I think. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.